in a cage for me. This canary's ready to fly free. Of course, is that a man I went to soar? He's nothing but an albatross, a gray lobster cross. Forget about the boy, pull the plug. Ain't he the one who pulled the rug? He's smaller than an alley cat, dirty rat, and I fly. Forget about the boy, forget about the boy, forget about the boy. And in the moonlight, don't think about him. Sister, you're much better off without him. You can blow the blues a kiss goodbye and put the sun back in the sky. For when he comes crawling, I'm not falling. Shout hooray and hallelujah. Now me and Mr. Wrong are through. I'll find myself another beau who I know is no rover. Forget about the boy, forget about the boy, forget about Jimmy, oh Jimmy, Horace, Danny, Milton, Percy, Henry, Helen Carter, Jersey, Alfred, Horny, Shriver, CPH. Cut the cord, is that a man once a boy? He's nothing but an albatross, no great loss, no loss. Forget about the boy, pull the plug. Ain't he the one who pulled the log? He's the one that dirty cat, dirty rat, and I'm glad. Forget about the boy, forget about the boy, forget about the boy. Jenna Militello, Miss Saline 2013, will now ask the bio questions, the sixth and final part of the story. Contestant 1, Kathleen Maria. What skills have you learned through your experience as a babysitter, and how can you apply those skills to other areas in your life?
As a babysitter, I have learned the importance and value of life. It is very important when you have someone else's life that you're in charge of. And I've learned that you have to make sure they're in good health and being safe about everything they do when they're playing, when they're running around. That's the most important thing.
Contestant 1, Kathleen Maria. Contestant 2, Angelina Knoll. You are involved in multiple language organizations at Saline High School. Why do you think it is important to study different languages, and how would you encourage other students to become involved?
I think it's important to learn other languages because it's important to know about other cultures, because not everyone is exactly like you, grew up in the exact same place as you, so they may have different values, different traditions, and everybody's a little bit different, and I think it's very important to know other languages so you can communicate with people, because communication is also very important.
Contestant 2, Angelina Knoll. Contestant 3, Emily Deal. As a volunteer at the Saline Evangelical Home, what has been your biggest challenge, and how have you worked towards overcoming it?
One of my biggest challenges is dealing with a variety of people. Some of them are very progressive diseases, while others are less so, and I really want to emphasize building a relationship with all the people there. So my biggest challenge is overcoming their disabilities, and I think I've really developed a lot of fulfilling relationships with the people that live there.
Contestant 3, Emily Deal. Contestant 4,
Ariana Lapine. How has joining the Saline High School Marching Band as a color guard member affected your approach to teamwork in comparison to your involvement?
Well, first of all, I got a little bit of friendly peer pressure to get involved because my friends have always wanted me to join, quite a few friends, but I have a shoulder injury that I got a few years ago, and so I've been told that I wasn't supposed to do anything like that. But I was encouraged, and we all have to work together to get things done, and with that encouragement and involvement with everyone else, I've really been able to strive and improve in this area. Especially when you have a 6-foot extension of your arm, teamwork is very important because you don't want to injure anyone. So I just love being able to work with this group with the group of girls and the rest of the marching band. Thank you.
Contestant 4, Ariana Lapine. Contestant 5, Emily Manuel. After being born and raised in Essex, England, what was the biggest adjustment you had to make in moving here, and how has it made you a stronger person?
The biggest adjustment that I had moving here was obviously moving away from my family, and so it's been very difficult, but now that we have all the technology to Skype with them and talk to them, it's been a lot easier than it would have been if I had moved quite a few years back, so I'm very grateful for that.
Contestant 5, Emily Manuel. Contestant 6, Taylor Puckett. What originally inspired you to become involved in the American Legion at such a young age, and why have you continued to serve in this organization?
The reason that I am so active with veterans is because I feel like it's the least I can do to repay their service to our country. It's a huge part of my family, it's a huge part of my life, and I will continue to do what I can to thank them for their service.
Contestant 6, Taylor Puckett. Contestant 7, Kara Yang. What motivated you to start your own business as a freelance shoe painter, and why do you think it is important to work, in addition to all the activities you're already involved in?